Hey guys, how you doing? Hope you're doing okay. I'm going to start off by giving you an overview. I'll be pretty thorough, I think, and then I'll just skim through the details to make sure I give you all of the correct and important details. I probably will, but we'll just double check. There is a link in the description, should you rather go through that yourself. This is in regards to a murder that tragically happened on Friday in an area called Pinellas Park in Florida. The husband has been arrested, has been charged with murder of his wife, as well as attempted murder of an infant child. So if we look at the headline, we can see a Florida woman has been killed by her husband, and an infant has been found with a garbage bag over their head. The blessing is that the infant child is unharmed. The infant child's perfectly fine. Also, it's important to note, and perhaps this is a relief or not, but whether or not it's a relief, the child was not his child. So the child was the child of a friend. So I presume the article doesn't state 100% accurately, but I presume that the child is back with their family. So that's a blessing. That's a pretty big blessing. That this 4-month-old infant, we don't know if it's a boy or a girl, is unharmed, and we can also be confident that they're with their own family, which is great. Regrettably, of course, the wife was stabbed to death. Her name was Crystal Williams, 32 years of age, and the culprit concerned, or rather at this point we should say the alleged culprit, is the husband, Kayan Chambers, if my pronunciation is correct, 41 years of age. As I say, did I mention he has been arrested? He's been charged with murder of his wife and attempted murder of the 4-month-old child. So I'm now going to tell you a little bit of details about how the incident unfolded. So they live in an apartment block, and this alleged scumbag was seen by someone else that lived within the apartment complex with blood on his clothes. So that neighbor called the police. The police came. As soon as the police arrived, they could smell an extremely severe chemical odor. So that would instruct them, that would inform them rather, that something had happened. Why would anyone be using such a high amount of chemicals? So that would have alerted them, and also they evacuated the building because severe chemical odors can cause damage to people's respiratory systems and whatever else. So they evacuated the building, and they entered the apartment. And immediately they found the victim, Crystal Williams, 32 years of age, the scumbag's wife, had been stabbed multiple times. She was rushed to hospital, but she soon succumbed to her injuries. And then the investigators within the same apartment discovered an infant, a 4-month-old, with a garbage bag over their head. But as we say, thankfully, the blessing is the infant was completely unharmed, as far as we're aware. And the article also confirms that the infant was not the victim's, but was that of a friend. So, that gives me some level of comfort that, a big level of comfort that infant is with their family. The article is going to tell us a little bit about an interaction between this alleged scumbag murderer and one of the neighbors. So apparently this guy went to one of the neighbors and asked for a pistol. And the neighbor said, well, hang on, what do you need a pistol for? And he said, oh, family problems. And then he went, after the stabbing, he went back to the neighbor and said, oh, I just killed someone, now I'm going to burn the place down. I'm going to burn this bitch down. So to me, that's a pretty interesting interaction. don't really know what to make of it. What you know, it just strikes me as so odd and bizarre for someone to go to a neighbor. The article describes the neighbor as a neighbor. It doesn't describe the neighbor as a close family friend or anything like that. Why is he going to a neighbor to ask for a pistol? I mean, that's not a usual request to make, is it? Hey, mate, got a spare pistol you can lend me for 10 minutes? It's just not a normal request. And then to go back and inform that neighbor that you've just killed someone and are about to burn the place down, that's pretty unusual behavior. So I have to question. Look, I'm not trying to downplay things here. This guy's an absolute fucking psychopathic C-word. See you next Tuesday. Thank you very much. This guy is an absolute fucking psychopathic scumbag, murderous piece of shit that deserves all of the justice that's thrown at him, judicial system and otherwise. So I'm not trying to play things down, but that interaction there, if I'm to be fair, if I'm to be honest, it does strike me as the act of an absolute lunatic. That's what it strikes me, and as so that's pretty much the details that we have. There's no known motive. It's a bit of a bizarre incident. Maybe it's not that bizarre. I mean, these murders do happen all the time. The scumbag in question is in jail. There's no mention of a bond, but he's being charged with murder in the first degree and attempted murder in the first degree. So let's hope that there is no availability of a bond for this guy. No one wants this guy on the streets. He needs to be locked up. He needs to go through his trial, be found guilty, and then given a very strict penalty. Again, he murdered his wife. He stabbed her to death. He came close to burning the building down, perhaps. And he also attempted to murder, according to the authorities, attempted to murder an infant, his friend's child, a 4-month-old, and left that child with a garbage bag over their head. Thankfully, blessings, that child is unharmed. So look, let's hope this guy gets exactly what he deserves. I'm going to wrap things up here. If you do like this type of content, then please do show me some encouragement. And by the way, I'm loving the comments that you guys are leaving. Fucking love it, man. You guys are great. I really enjoy I'm going to say the community that's forming. I hope it is a community. Maybe it's all just a lot of ships passing each other by in the night, maybe. And that's fine if that's the case. But it feels like a bit of a community forming, which is great. So if you do like this type of content, please do like, comment, subscribe, share the video as you see fit. I'm trying to make multiple videos every single day. I've had a couple of hiccups, but I'm pretty much on track. I'm working towards live streams, which I'm very apprehensive about. I need a little bit of encouragement to do, but hopefully I crack that nut soon, which I think I will. I'll get over my apprehension and we'll start doing that. We've got one potential very interesting guest, and we've got some interesting topics to talk about. So yeah, I would like to do those live streams. So I'm going to wrap things up here. Again, thank you for listening. Be safe. Don't be a scumbag like this guy, and avoid scumbags like this guy. Okay, so don't be one and avoid them. That's what we've got to do. We've got to be nice, kind people. We've got to be safe. We've got to look after ourselves. We've got to look after our loved ones. So I'm sure you know that already. Just carry on doing your best, and I'll thank you for your time.